Okay, good morning folks. A couple of my students, Backwards Ben and Groffly Waffly, played a live game with each other, even though Ben's in the US and Groffly's in the UK. They got together last weekend and played a live game, and they asked me if I'd do a quick review, which this is. I'm going to keep this as fairly short and tight. It was an interesting game, they all are, of course. Where Ben made a very late attempt to even the game up, but I'm just going to quickly run through it and look at the good moves and the moves they missed, so I won't labour this one too much with too many variants or too much analysis. So let's see the game. So Ben is black and Groffly is white, so let's let it go. So black plays upper right, white plays lower left 4-4, all very normal. Black plays an upper left 3-4 and white plays another 4-4, and black makes a Shumari. This is interesting to me because this is one of the things that we covered at the weekend when we did our live seminar. We talked about Shumaris and how black has that option with the 3-4. Sometimes we would do the Chinese opening, but we can make a Shumari. But this Shumari that black's made, he's looking to develop down here, down the left side with an extension. So I would expect white to try and stop that. So white approaches the other corner. White approaches the 4-4 stone, sitting there on its own, extending from the 4-4 in the lower left on Q4. And black pincers. Now, after a pincer, these guys are mid-teen 19Q and 16Q, so we should start to see some options. Double digit Qs, 25 to 30s. I'd expect pincer, low pincer on the 4-4 to dive into the corner and grab the R17 point, but let's see. So white comes out, perfectly good. Black wedges at the cutting point, making white heavy, but white resists that. Now this is, I consider, the first missed move by black, because the player, having played this stone and threatened to cut through, then you should cut through. If white resists, if white doesn't resist, then I would expect black here. And now what does white do? If white plays here, black plays here, and then this white stone here is looking a bit lonely and sad. What does white do? White can't allow black to cut again, and then black has got this huge strong wall and white's confined to the corner. Are there any other options there? That's what black played in the game. If black plays here, if white blocks, then black can cut an Atari and kill and capture the stones, and now white split into 3 groups. Most of this is bad for white, and so I just to put the takeaway for you guys is particularly Ben, after playing the Q13 stone, the triangle stone, after white then dived for the corner, this move was okay, but then white comes up and you come up, white hane, you hane, white connects, black connects, white connects now, and the move that's crying out for black to do is this move here, which connects all the stones, because even if white comes here, black goes here, and so on. And the white group is cut off and in the middle. White might take the stone, or indeed come up here, but then black makes territory. And again, this is white split into 2. This was a vital move, and it's a vital move for Ben to see that really early in the game, rather than having 2 groups on the upper right side, it could have 1 group. Black's move wasn't bad. It made a base for those stones. White made a base. Black invaded the lower side. White made a Shumari. So what's going on with the black stones? See, the right side here, this area now isn't so big. This is not a very big area, and these stones aren't doing very much at the moment. It all depends on whether black can kill these stones, in which case the joining under, taking away their base and making them run, is essential. So black makes base on the lower side, white attaches, black comes up, I'd expect that, all very normal. White comes in, and now you can see there's an attack building against these black stones. because white has now the option. Let's see what black does. Yeah, black jumps out. If it were me here, this would be almost second nature. Descend once, threatening to bridge under by playing there at T15 next, and if black stops that bridge under, then white jumps out here. And now the black stones along the P16 line and the Q15 line are under extreme severe attack, and none of this should have happened. Black should have connected on the side. Okay, so back to the game. Black jumps out, white attaches, black starts to turn the attack back on white, which is a good move by black. White defends the side. I think again one more play by black here at P13 and these stones die, but black defends that side. Did that need defending? I think for me that move there says it all. It does everything you need. It takes out the white stones. There's nothing white can do about that, and you maybe have to give up this stone, but the gain for black in this is huge. It's a big area. It's now a 20-25 point territory. From white's perspective, after black haned, I think the corner's actually okay. I can see that the need to play in that corner, but I think this is much more urgent now. You've got some strength down here. These stones are still relatively weak, and you don't want to lose that group of stones. Okay, so black turns, white comes that way, black blocks. White blocks and takes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 15 points in the corner, and now black really should play at P13. But black comes from the other side. White takes territory. Black makes a base on the lower side and a moyo. White makes a moyo. So who's got the most points here? White here has got, say, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30 points here. A dozen points, say 15, 45, and 15 there, 60 points for white roughly. Here for black we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 points up there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 points here, 30 points. And if those white stones die, 1, 2, 3, 12, 20 points. So 15, 15, 50 points. White's marginally ahead. So black attaches to the corner, and white harnesses, and black descends, and white descends, and black makes shape, and white makes shape. So white gets the points. There's a solid secure points in the corner now, at least 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 points. But black's got solid secure points on the lower side, so a fair exchange. Black gets a cente and starts to come out. Not a fan of that move, because white can slide under it. If you really want to enlarge the territory in this area, either just attach here solidly, or make this kind of shape move to absolutely solidify the corner. But still, the most urgent move on this board to my eye in Gote, because is that one, which takes out those white stones. So here we go. Black does this. White develops the points on the lower right side and also attaches the weak stone. Black harnesses, white descends, black descends, and then white does an invasion at the top. If it were me, I'd be desperate to play P13 and pull those stones out of danger, but white invades at the top, black makes the points on the top side, white pushes, black pushes, so white's making a wall now, which is good, because white's making a wall in exchange for black getting points. Notice that black is getting 2 points a stone here, 1, 2. Each stone that black plays is worth 2 points. The influence that white isn't solidified yet, because white has got to make 2 plays to get this influence, and that's the problem now with these stones, because in order for this to work, white would have to play once here, and then black blocks, and then once here, which is possible. It's doable, but it starts to become difficult. Okay. So white clamps the black stone. What's white got in mind there? Hopefully white's got in mind doing something with these. We shall see. The more natural move, obviously, for white in this situation is this one. But then it lets black build, and that building is further hurting these stones here. So maybe white's move was better than that. Clamp, black comes in, and now white starts to move out. This is where black starts to get into trouble. Black turns, white turns. Black makes a bamboo joint and white turns. And black connects under. White nudges at the cutting point. Black comes out. White Ataris. Dubious, I think. Maybe not. White takes. That's not irrelevant. The vital move here is S13. But if black here, white can give up the 2 stones. White Ataris again, black takes, and white comes outside. This is a scrappy fight, guys, and still there's a vital point for white at S13. Now that white's got some strength in this group, it's got some liberties to fight with. Descending at S13 for white, this is almost a resign game move, because that would put this black group under such severe pressure that it's unlikely to survive. So what happens in the game? White connects there. Why does white connect there? Yeah, likes the stone. Black connects. Now white really should descend at S13, and there it goes. Excellent. So now black's under pressure. That's a great move by white. Black, having missed that opportunity to connect earlier on in the game, is now regretful of that, because the black group along the N16 line is now under serious trouble. So black descends and white misses it. I think white misses it. White comes outside because black should simply connect underneath and let those black stones live. And no, black says, I really like this stone. I can see why. Does black want to fight a co there? Maybe. So black connects and white connects, and black Atari is on the outside. So this is. I can see no move right now more urgent than that one for black, which connects all of the black stones on the right hand side there. Not only that, it cuts this group adrift, because this group, this white group now, would have no eyes and would be drifting out towards the center. That would be very bad. So black Atari is here, white Atari is on the outside, black comes out, white comes out, and now black starts the attack. But can you see that black starts the attack on white, but it's almost as if white's now got is too far out. This is a little bit too late, and black's still under the threat of a white move here at T13, which would separate these black stones. Okay, white jumps in. What's white got in mind here? This isn't the vital point in the fight. Black answers. White's trying to squash down black shape, which I can see is good, but more importantly, if white can get this play in, that one there, then it can build an attack from this side and from this side and engulf those black stones, but it's dependent on getting the T13 move in first. Okay, or for black to play T13 and then make everything go away, link all its stones together, everything's alive, everything's got eyes, all is good. What happens now? So black's next move, black blocks again, and white comes out and makes a shape move, and then black pushes and white blocks and black harnesses, and now black's that is the move, but it's probably a bit too late now. It's probably just a little bit too late, and still black can connect under at T13. So black aims at white's cutting point. White tries to cut behind, black wedge, white Atari. I think that may have been in the wrong direction. That's not going to help. Black will just kill those. That doesn't work. The move that does maybe work for white instead is either this one, though black can cut here and force this, going back one. I think for white the Atari needed to be on this way. If black came here, then you get a bamboo joint, and even if white cuts, you get this black cuts, you get this Atari. Black runs, and then white, and now black's in real trouble again, apart from the fact, and of course, that black at any point can play number 8 T13 and everything's connected, This is a crazy fight, guys. Black, white. So this, I think this move by Groffley just doesn't, the white stone is dead at P7. You're just forcing the matter to get some shape. Okay, so you're still trying to envelop this black group, but black can still connect out. Black Ataris, white double Ataris, white Ataris again, sets up a ko. Black, you really should just play that ko, I think, or connect under again at T13. White makes a shape. So if white were to descend now, does black have an? Black has maybe got one eye, possibly two. Wrong direction of play. Black needs to connect under at T13 still. White, black, white. Okay. So notice how, what's the point situation in this game now? Let's just pause for a moment. On this side, on the left hand side, ABC line times 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 9 is 27, plus 6 in the corner, 33, let's call that 35. This corner, 1, 2, 3, 4 by 3 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 33 and 17, 40, 50 points here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, say 15, 65 points, and let's call it 15 in the middle, 70, 80 points to white. Okay, black has got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, say 15 points there, 5 here, 20, 5 here if it all lives, 30, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20, 50. Looks to me like white is 80 to 50. So black has got to do something really dramatic in this game to get back into the fight, because white is just winning on territory. And these moves by black, although they're reducing, they're not contributing points. And right now, Ben, you need points because you're 30 points behind, 25 to 30 points behind in the game, and that's what you need. White wedges into the middle of the shape. This is strengthening white's centre. The Atari is not a good Atari here by white, because you simply force black to take a liberty off your own stone. So now you've got to run away. You've made that Atari here, and you've got to run away. These stones at this point aren't in any danger because they've got 3 liberties, and actually rather than that Atari, I can see you're building territory here. Then you run away, so black comes this way, you push out, okay, so you're still building territory. This is a good move by black, because that really, having got these moves, these guys are now under severe attack, and will white just walk away and abandon them to try and maintain? You've got one last chance to maintain the attack on this group here. Let's see what happens. So white changes direction. Not a bad thing for white to do, because that threatens a monkey jump and reducing black's territory. And if white realizes that he's ahead on points, hold those points. Black descends. White's holding on to points now. It's looking to me like white has got the drop on this game and realised that white's ahead. Nice cut. Atari that way, so this is keeping the attack going on the black group on the 16 line, the MNO 16 that still hasn't connected under it, T13, and that's fine. That works beautifully. The move here I would have expected to see roughly is white there, which is a double Atari, of course, and if black connects here, you connect here, and that still almost maintains the attack still on this group here, like that. If it plays the other way, if you play there, and black takes the stone, that saves the black group, but then you break in here, which is a good reduction of black's corner. So this is just a case for white of not reading deep enough and playing this Atari, which of course you know exactly what black's going to do. Black will either take your stone or connect, and black connects. That still works. You spotted it, and so I think it's a good move. What's black going to do? Black should really save the H15 stone and give up the G14, 13 stones to maintain the connection to that living group. Okay, so black takes that one, so white takes that one, black takes that, which kind of does the job. Where Atari's under, and now black's all connected. It's black doesn't need to connect here anymore, other than for endgame points, because it's all connected. And so white comes this way, black takes, and white makes the points, and so now the mid-game fighting's largely over. All the dangerous fights have happened, all the life and death situations are over, everybody's stones are connected. So now we're moving into the end game, into the Yosei. Black cuts, white cuts inside, black extends, white blocks, holding white center points together. Black descends, white's got a center. What's the biggest move on this board for white? Probably somewhere around here, here, to stop black penetrating, because again, if we count points now, and this is something you need to do every 10 or 15 stones in the mid game, is if we look down this side now, we've got line 14 to line 1, that's 28 points along this line, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, let's call it 35 points in that area. Here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 3 is 15, so that's 35, 50 plus a couple, another 55, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, call that 15, 55, 60, 70 points to white around the edge, plus in the center here we've got at least 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, we've got 20 points in the center, that's 90 points to white. Let's look at black, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 points up on that side. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 points there, and 5 here and almost nothing there, so it's 25, 45, 50 points. It's still white by 25 points. The situation hasn't changed at all from where it was. Black's got to do something major, and as we move out of the end game, out of the middle game into the end game, those options get smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay, so white pushes, black blocks, white pushes. This is good play by white, just reducing black's territory. Push again, black blocks, Hane, black blocks, white blocks, black pushes out, white blocks, Atari, block, push Atari. Nice take of Sente there by white. White gets the Sente, I don't like this move particularly, and I've just got to say black doesn't really need to answer that stone at all, and the big gaps in white's position are around here, so I'm not sure that the p4 stone was useful at all. Black did answer. It's worth a point in gote, so white gets a center again. What this is fairly desperate hole in white's shape. White descends, but that descent is now too late in the game. Black descends. All that's gone away. That's a territory point in gote. So this is real endgame stuff. The points total hasn't changed at all. Just for knowing, this would be better as a hane, because white, black, white, and then black's got to come back and fix, so you maintain sente and you're at least 2 points better off. The move that you played in the game, it's not wrong, but then black, you know exactly what black's can do, and black's 2 points better off for that move. And you come, same applies there, and here, and here. All of these endgame moves, gruffly, could be played as hanes, because look, white, black, white, and then black's got a fix. Let's go back to where we were. So we'll do something on endgame moves and hane in future. So white plays here, which interestingly, I think this is probably a mistake. This move is much better, because even if black pushes from here and you block here, the centre's alive, the centre's got independent life, you don't need to connect it to anything, and actually it's much better to have the points. But here, black here, that's a cente because he's threatening to cut at b14. You play at b14. I don't like that because it's heavy shape. I think this is much better. No, it's not. That's a lie. Your move was okay. White, black, white, black, white, black, push. Now this becomes this is where late in the game, I've been through this game once, black has an opportunity. It's not quite as big as it needs to be, but this is why this move was lazy or slack when the vital move was here at D, because black can cut an Atari. So white blocked here, black pressed Atari, white came out, black pressed Atari. White threatened to cut behind. This is kind of debatable, but black connected, white, and now black hanes again. White protects the corner, black takes the point. This is a late incursion that almost tilts the game, almost does. Yeah, this move, I think a better move for black here is simply to take, because now white doesn't have a cente move, it doesn't have an Atari move in that area. The problem with the move that you played here, Ben, at 213, obviously is white's next move is an Atari, and so you've got to go back and fix by playing at a 7, and in this case it's just much better to play a7 directly, because white can't approach. These are both approach moves, and if white comes down on this side, for example, then you get another push and another reduction, and this is now white's corner is looking very threatened. You know, if you'd have taken the corner, it would have been a flip game. But let's go back. So just remembering that, just look at this situation, the circumstance. When you came down, you gave white another cente move, and then you had to play the move you would have in the first place, and now it's white cente again, so I would expect white to play at b5. Yep, there it goes, and that takes out the agi that was there. If we look at it the other way, I'm just going to go back on here. So black plays here, white blocks on this side, and then black plays there. The important of that move is what we call the eye stealing Tetsuji here. So the connection between these stones here means that white doesn't have an eye in that place there. So now white has got to make its two eyes in this space, and is almost dead, but manages to live. So let's go back to the game, and that's why that was so vital, the one move there. You descend, white Ataris, you take, and now white gets in, and now white's got two eyes comfortably, because you can't directly now block that eye. Doing it the other way would have blocked the eye. So you come here, white makes two eyes, you descend, that's a neutral point. I don't understand that move by Groffley. That's a neutral, belongs to no, it's called Dame, or neutral point, and we just fill them in at the end of the game. There's no advantage to be had in filling that now, rather than playing here, which is worth a point. So don't fill in neutrals. You filled in a neutral, black fills in a neutral, you turn, that takes a point, black blocks, white blocks, black blocks, white fills in another neutral, black fills in a neutral, white connects because you have to as an Atari, black push, white connect, black connect, white connect. This final moves. That's the point there that you're now a point worse off, because you played the neutral at Q15 up here, and that one there instead of that one down there as white. You can see how you'd be a point better off if you played like that, but you play here, so you've still got 7 points in the corner now. And notice this side, at one point we were counting the left hand side at almost 35 points, and it's now worth 6, 7 here, plus another 9, that's 16, 17, 18 points. It's halved, so black's attack has halved the amount of points in the game, but it's just not enough. And that's resign. That's the end of the game, not pass. So what is the score in this game? Let's just count it up, because this is good discipline for all of us. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 points there, 21 points, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 35, 36, 38, 40, 42, 45, 47, 49, 51, 53, 55, 58 for black, and 7 captures, so that's 65 for black. And white has got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 35, 40, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 54, 60, 63, plus the 17 we've got 70. So it's a white victory. It's a white victory by 20 or so points, and it was close. I think what's the story of the game? I think both players, certainly black, missed that opportunity to bridge under on this side around these moves here, which have connected all of the stones earlier in the game, and actually black missed the opportunity to make something big, but fundamentally white got the territory early on in the game. White made more territory faster. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. It was an exciting game. Thanks for letting me review that. I'll look forward to talking to you guys soon. And if you like the way I go through games, if you like the way I teach, if you enjoy what I'm doing on 10 Minutes to Go, then please give me a thumbs up. It does help. It brings traffic to the site. I don't do this for money. I'm not trying to monetize what I do. I just love Go. Okay, guys, I shall see you all soon. Thanks for that. Bye for now.